Okay, so today we're going to be talking about inequalities. So an inequality is a mathematical sentence that compares expressions. And you'll be able to identify what an inequality is because you will see one of these four inequality symbols. And so what do these symbols mean? Well, first we have our less than symbol. So that means something is less than something else or something is fewer than something else. We then have our greater than symbol. So this means is greater than or is more than. And then we move on to including or equal to. And so whenever you see this little straight bar underneath the less than or equal to, the less than or greater than sign, you know that that has to include or equal to. So it means or equal to, it can mean at most or no more than. And then the greater than or equal to symbol can also mean is at least and is no less than. And so we'll put a couple of these into practice and see when we can use these phrases to write an expression. To write an inequality. So number one, we have a number C is less than -4. So I'm going to put my C, have my is less than, so I'm going to put my is less than symbol -4. So what this is saying is that -4 is going to be greater than whatever C is. And so I always like to think of this little symbol right here as a little alligator mouth, or you could think of the Pac-Man mouth. But whatever the open mouth is pointing at, that's going to be greater than, because we'll just imagine that the alligator or the Pac-Man is really, really hungry, and so he wants to eat whatever is bigger. So his mouth is whatever is bigger is when it's open. It's pointing to whatever is bigger. So that means that C has to be less than -4. So C could be a few things. C could be -5, -6, -7, and so on. Now the reason that these numbers are less than -4 is because when we're dealing with negatives, right, you would rather owe somebody $4 than $5, $6, or $7, right? So those numbers are all going to be less than -4. Okay, next one. A number K plus 5 is greater than or equal to 8. So first I'm going to write this out. I have a number K plus 5 is greater than or equal to. Is greater than or equal to. So first I know that K plus 5 is going to be the bigger number, so I want my little Pac-Man mouth. I want the larger one here. And then if I know it's or equal to, I have to add in that or equal to bar. So K plus 5 is greater than or equal to 8. You can check your work by looking up here, greater than or equal to, so I have the correct sign. Okay. Last one. 4 times a number Q is at most 16. So first let's break it down. I have 4 times Q. So I have 4 times Q is at most 16. So what this is saying is that 4Q, when it's saying at most, it cannot be any greater. It cannot be any greater than 16. Okay? So when I go back to my is at most, I have my less than or equal to sign. Is at most or equal to 16. So what this means is that whatever 4Q is, it can equal 16. It can equal 15, 14, 13, on, because it's at most 16. 16 is the most it could possibly be, but it can't be anything greater than it. It has to be less than or equal to 16.